Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Dorei-ku the animation. So, in the last episode, we pretty much learned about the SCM, pretty much how it works. One thing I liked about it is that at the very first, the very minute or so of the episode, it gives you a very small example, very basic overview of how it works, and then later on in the episode, it gives you a bit more of a detailed example of it, like from start of the game to the finish of the game. Yeah, so, and you also, and that was just like an example of it, and then you had our actual two main characters, Yuga and Aya, who he pursued her to be a partner in crime pretty much. 3, 2, 1, what? Yeah, like him, for instance. But what if you fail the test? Oh, this, this is, well, there you go. She didn't want to lose on purpose. Be that dude, I think I recognize him from the cover art. She played you there. That's the second male slave we've seen. We've only technically seen one female become a slave, and that was like the very first basic example of episode 1. I mean, it's not like we saw what actually anything happened with that. So what I'm saying is I hope to see more female slaves going forward. But that was kind of funny. The guy tried to go for a quick, easy win, and it was pretty much the opposite. Those characters love their rings. Well, especially him, but she only has one. But can a dog become a SCM user? That's a question. Probably not. They don't have the right mouth structure. Ayaka Toshima. I dig her eye patch. Yeah, someone's like she cheated you or something. Sit, boy. Well, this kind of remind me of Death Note with the rules. He does look like a host. Because it was easier than asking you out on a date. Well, you want an answer. That's messed up. I spent it on other women. Oh. Well, that's much better use of it, yeah. I bet you want to hear that. Uh, an ATM machine. Oh my god, he actually said that. Wow. Well, makes you feel any better. Anybody that buys EA games probably feels the same way. You know, maybe being a slave isn't all that bad. Well, if you insist, I can't disobey an order. Just doing it right there, I see. Yeah, so you can't make him love you, but you can make him do that. He's much luckier than the other man in the last episode. So, meanwhile, what's Aya been up to? Uh, donuts. A child. Almost looks like the one guy's little brother, if any. Uh, you're too old for you, kid. She's also probably more than you can handle. Our first opponent, like it's a team thing. Try to find the closest cute girl with an SCM in her mouth. Okay, so that's why you take it out sometimes. Uh... yeah, unless you're doing a game. Okay, it's not too bad. I walked around. Oh, that would be horrible, vibration in your mouth. It really doesn't. He looks so much less excited than she does. This girl. Clearly likes pink. Uh... Yay, more pink. Uh... I want... I wanted to at least keep the things. You know, like a reasonable person would. Jamaica. Kind of a horrible person, you know that? I mean, we already knew that, but... I have expected her to tell him to quit his job and get a different one. A little bit, yeah. I mean, you know, you are kind of ruining his life, but... Symbolism. Champagne Tower, I think it's called. Of course. That is one way to spend time with him. Are they? Yes, you. My SCM is going off. And I would hate that so much to... Oh wait, yeah, if you have an active slave, wouldn't you have to constantly have it in your mouth? That would make it really easy to see you too, so that'd be kind of a weakness. Are you ready to duel? Uh, she was not ready for this. You can say no more about this stuff than you do. Sounds reasonable. Can you have multiple slaves at once? Yeah, they were prepared for this, unlike you. Bichos. No. I see, so you want to be out, okay. I'm pretty sure there's more of a reason for it than that. Come on. Not very tense music, but... I'm pretty sure you're going to lose. Well, one thing you're right, it probably won't last very long. I do like the music, though. 3. Pretty good. All you have to do is win. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you thought this through. It's not my problem. No, that was probably intentional on his part, because he wants an escape from this. Because you can't change someone's heart. As we established, she doesn't want you to win. It's just down to you two. Welp. Again, not my problem. Exactly, you can't make him want to help you. I would prefer to have A as my master, yeah. Nope. I is terrifying. Man, this is getting pretty exciting. Well, she's not gonna lose, so... uh, nope. What exactly could he do to help you even if he wanted to? And I think you just lost. I'm glad again with a simple game that was easy for me to follow. Yep, you lost. Yes. Oh. Okay, that would explain that. I was kind of curious what that was about. Because it'd be kind of pointless to have the insurance if they both risked it. Yeah, you gotta have trust. Even though they didn't meet that long ago. Well, they have genuine respect and trust with one another, whereas you just have them as your slave. Very different. I feel like he has something he wants to say. Or express in some way. And he break his ring. Yeah, once is enough, man. I'll consider it. It's fair enough. Why would he do such a thing? I know, right? Especially when you get your first slave. I mean, they're just nice to have around if you need them, you know. But yeah, there's gonna be a big variety of slave treatment within this show, I'm sure. Some people will treat them really well, some people will not. And now they're both triangles because they're both slaves. What if it's late to get my girlfriend back? Uh, yeah, you're not free, you just have a very long leash. Big difference. I bet it is. Good old Kabukicho. That's what happens. The dangerous game you were playing, but you agreed to it. Well then, and it's quite cold as well. He's really not. It's like an angel. Do you have two other hand warmers I'd like to use? Yeah, Julia. So would I, yeah. I mean, Julia was named in the character list on MyAnimeLIst, so... That was kind of like... That was kind of like burning a bridge with your girlfriend as well, yeah. And that's why when you were finally released, you know... Not sure why he's kind of recapping us, but... Yeah, because he knew it would be a chance to free himself. Yeah, but this is better. Well, arguably, depending on your personality. Through the shadows. And that's Julia. Because, yeah, she was named on MyAnimeLIst, so I assume she'd come back as an SEM player, probably. I knew you'd come here eventually, I just had to wait here long enough. Uh, I'm sure her life went downhill as well after that incident. Oh, an SEM game. That's a pretty cool tattoo, but... Wait, was she the girl who was out at the end of the first episode? Uh, well, that last scene was something to think about. Because when she said that about if you let go, you lose, my mind went to, oh, she's wearing an SEM, and that's an SEM game. But, he's not allowed to agree to any SCM games because of the agreements with his master. So I don't know. So I don't know, but I look forward to the next episode. See what's up. We were introducing more and more main characters though, so that's cool. Because the host club dude was the character I remember the best from the cover art of the show.
Mm.
The dog will be the true MVP. Abuse, that's the title. So that was the second episode of Dorei-ku, the animation. And this time we were introduced to two more of our main characters, which means we've been introduced to, I think, 5 out of 6 of the ones on the cover art. Yeah, well, with Julia, which we saw later. But yes, pretty much only one left, which is the black-haired dude on the bottom right of the cover art, which is probably the Ryuo that was mentioned, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, yes, our main characters were a host at a host club and his best customer, pretty much. He was trying to trick her using the SEM, assuming she had no knowledge of it, and she turned around on him, so she tricked him, made him her obedient slave, pretty much kind of tried to ruin his life. For the most part, making him break up with his girlfriend, move in together, throw away all of her stuff, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just over time, a lot of his rage was building up over time, until he was finally able to just let it out. But he did apologize for that later on. But anyway, yeah, what got him out was the fact that our other two main characters, Aya and Yuga, yeah. They challenged him to an SCM game, and they won. It was a thumbs-up thing, and a big part of why they won is because Seiya did not want Ayaka to win, because he wanted to be freed from her grasp, and he got that. And they were pretty smart, by they I mean Aya and Yuga's team, because they only had him wear the SCM, so only one of them would be affected, so the other one could bail them out, the insurance, which was the whole thing with what they established in episode 1, which is why I thought it was kind of weird they were both participating. Like, that seemed weird to me. But it makes sense if one of them wasn't wearing one. But yeah, so they're slaves, well, Yuga slaves, and he just kind of put them on standby until he needed them. Pretty much useful pawns that are just kind of around. But one thing I was thinking of, a purpose for that, is they established that one of the mechanics of the SCM is the fact that it can, like, detect other people that are around. So yeah, he could have given them orders like, hey, if you see an SCM user within your few kilometer radius, whatever it was, then just call me up and let me know where they are. That way it would be a way of like extending his radius to where you can see SCM users. That'd be a possible use for it. I'm kind of surprised they didn't say anything about that. Like, if you ever run into an SCM user, let me know. But I don't know, maybe that'll be done later. It just seems like an obvious application to me. But yeah, once he was freed, he looked for his ex-girlfriend, didn't have a lot of luck until she suddenly tracked him down. And she seems to be under the influence of someone else, Ryuo. Probably someone she lost an SCM game to. But it seems to be a bit different because we've established that the SCM can't affect emotions at all, but yet she seems to be happy, like in a masochistic way, with her arrangement with him, so that might be a genuine thing there, which would be interesting. To say the least. The next episode is called Abuse, so no telling what we're gonna get. Because that would probably be a fitting title for a lot of these episodes, so it's interesting how that one is called that. In any case, it is an episode to be looked forward to, and I am 99.9% sure that Julia was the girl we saw at the end of the first episode in that special attire. And yeah, this continues to be a pretty good show so far. I am glad they used a very simple game there. Something simple that a simpleton such as myself could follow. I always appreciate that kind of thing. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.